Hello learners. In the last lecture, we learned about various methods of performance appraisal system. In this lecture, we will discuss the remaining few. The first method is behaviorally anchored rating scales BARS. The problem of judgmental performance evaluation inherent in the traditional methods of performance evaluation led to some organizations to go for objective evaluation by developing a technique known as behaviorally anchored rating scales BARS around 1960. BARS are descriptions of various degrees of behavior with regard to a specific performance dimension. It combines the benefits of narratives, critical incidents, and quantified ratings by anchoring a quantified scale with specific behavioral examples of good and poor performance. The proponents of BARS claim that it offers better and more equitable appraisals than do the other techniques of performance appraisals we have discussed so far. Developing BARS typically involve 5 steps. The first step is identification of some critical incidents or narratives. The second step is developing performance dimensions. The critical incidents are then clustered into a smaller set of performance dimensions, usually 5 to 10. Each cluster or say dimension is then defined. The third step is reallocating incidents. Various critical incidents are reallocated dimensions by another group of people who also know the job in question. Various critical incidents so reallocated to original dimensions are clustered into various categories, with each cluster showing similar critical incidents. Those critical incidents are retained which meet 50 to 80% of agreement with the cluster as classified in step 2. The next step is scaling incidents. The same second group as in step 3 rates the behavior described in each incident in terms of effectiveness or ineffectiveness on the appropriate dimension by using 7 to 9 point scale. Then, average effectiveness ratings for each incident is determined to decide which incident will be included in the final anchored scales. The last one is developing final BARS instrument. A subset of the incidents, usually 6 or 7 per cluster, is used as a behavioral anchor for the final performance dimension. Assessment centers. The introduction of the concept of assessment centers as a method of performance method is traced back in 1930s in Germany. They used to appraise its army officers. The concept gradually spread to the US and the UK in 1940s and to the Britain in 1960s. The concept then traversed from the army to business arena during 1960s. In business field, assessment centers are mainly used for evaluating executive or supervisory potential. By definition, an assessment center is a central location where managers come together to participate in well designed simulated exercises. They are assessed by senior managers, supplemented by the psychologist and the HR specialist for 2-3 days. Cost accounting method. This method evaluates an employee's performance from the monetary benefits the employee yields to his or her organization. This is ascertained by establishing a relationship between the cost involved in retaining the employee and the benefits an organization derives from him or her. While evaluating an employee's performance under this method, the following factors are also taken into consideration. Number 1. Unit-wise average value of production or service. Number 2. Quality of product produced or service rendered. Number 3. Overhead cost incurred. Number 4. Accidents, damages, errors, spoilage, wastage caused through unusual wear and tear. Number 5. Human relationships with others. Number 6. Cost of the time supervisors spend in appraising the employee. With this, we come to the end of this lecture. Thank you.